What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our final OTC Saturday video of the year 2020. 2020 has probably been one of the best years, in fact, the best year for trading for a lot of us. I know me personally has been my best year. And hopefully for a lot of you, this has been a great year. On OTC Saturday, we've called out some great calls on RVVTF, OPTI, DSGT, TSNP, SEGI, and many others that have run huge. And we're going to keep that trend going into 2021. I don't anticipate this changing whatsoever. I think we're going to have a strong finish to the year next week, and I do anticipate 2021 being the best year we all have. That being said, let's get started. This is going to be a little bit different than my typical OTC Saturday videos. Being that we do trade OTC stocks, these are the riskiest stocks in the stock market. I tell everybody, do not trade with emotion. You must treat these as ticker symbols. Do not fall in love or hate any company whatsoever. Being with what happened on Christmas Eve, that couldn't be more obvious to what I'm going to get into in this video, and we will touch on that just a little bit later. Now, with trading these OTCs, we need one thing, and that's risk management. It's very important to be able to cope with losses. You have to be able to react properly. You have to treat losses as learning opportunities. Every trade should be documented in a spreadsheet or a notebook. This way you're able to learn what setups are working, how often they're working, what percentage they're working, and also what setups aren't working for you. And then you can detail or put together a trading regimen that works for you. Always trade by rules. You always want to trade with a profit-loss ratio. I look for a minimum 2-to-1 profit-loss ratio, minimum when I'm trading, sometimes 3 or 4 to 1. And you should use this on every trade. The profit-loss ratio statistics are, if you're trading at a 2-to-1 profit-loss ratio, you only have to win 33% of the time to break even. If you're trading at a 1-to-1 profit-loss ratio, you need to win 50% of the time just to break even. If you're trading at a negative 1-to-2 profit-loss ratio, you have to be 66% right. And that's about what we should be trading at, period. But that's only going to break you even if you're trading at a 1-to-2 negative profit-loss ratio. If you're trading at a 2-to-1 profit-loss ratio and you're 66% accurate, you are going to do very well in this business. Now, one of the main things is never let emotions dictate trades. Only strategy and rules. The most important skill to understand is to adopt and to possess the ability to cap or minimize losses within your own rule structure. You have to know that if a trade's going massively against you and you're not that confident in it, you have to pull the plug on that thing, cut the losses, and move on. Never hold bags. I never hold bags. I hear people talking all the time, I'm a bag holder in this one, I'm a bag holder in that one. Get rid of the bags. What are you holding a bag for? If you're holding a bag, right? Now, let's just use this. Think about this. If you're holding a bag in a certain stock, why not cut it and move it to something that is moving? So you lost money there. Call it a day. It's over with. You get into a vehicle that's actually moving and you make profits. You do very well that way. It just doesn't make any sense for me to hold bags. If you have high conviction in the stock and it goes against you, sometimes and not all the time, but very few times, but this could be a strategy, is if it goes against you, you buy more. And then when the stock goes back up, you cut and lower your price average with the stock. I started this channel, I was strictly a day trader. Now, with the way the OTC market is working, I'm kind of gearing more towards a swing trader. I like to buy stocks, hold them for 4 or 5 days, sometimes a week, sometimes overnight, but typically a swing trader, a short-term swing trader. And it has worked out terrifically for me. Very few stocks do I ever hold long-term. DSGT was one of them. I had OPTI in there, but I ended up cutting that. And now OPTI is starting to run, so everybody that's stuck strong with OPTI, God bless you. I'm very happy for you. We are able, you're able to make some profits, and I do think this might be the start of something good with Optec International. I do think OPTI, we're going to get a nice short squeeze, and this thing might start to run very significantly coming up in the near future. Now, but you can't trade with emotions. That's probably one of the most foolish things you can possibly do. Never fall in love with a stock and never fall into hate with the stock. It doesn't do you any good. Trading on emotion is just going to blow up your account and get you killed. This is a game that needs to be, and it can't be stressed more. No emotions in this business. You cannot have emotions. Now, another thing to remember, and just some trading tips that I have for you. No one trade's going to make you rich. You might hit a TSNP or something like that along the way, and you do very well, but one trade's never going to make you wealthy. This is a process. One bad trade or careless trade, on the other hand, can kill your account. So you got to be very careful on what you're doing as far as, with this trading. You got to look for credible, positive signs when you're looking for a trade. Some of the things I look for: positive earning news, new contracts, new partnerships, positive industry news, the ability to break resistance or hold support. An industry breakout or a sector breakout, new 52-week highs, making higher highs or on the other, or stair stepping, and also a high increase in volume or short squeezes. These are some of the things that I look for, which are very credible, positive catalysts that can get a stock moving. Again, that's positive earning news, new contracts, new partnerships, a hot sector, the ability to break resistance or hold support, an industry breakout, a 52 or new 52-week highs, making higher highs, and a major increase in volume or a short squeeze. These are a lot of things I look for in these OTC stocks. And mind you, when I'm trading these OTC stocks, they are nothing more than a ticker to me. I don't care who runs the company, what the company's doing, this, that, or that. All of that helps. But the way I look at it is a catalyst is nothing more than the ignition. The chart is the actual engine that gets the vehicle moving and keeps the vehicle moving. It's the chart. It's the price action and volume. A catalyst, a good catalyst is a good igniter. It's good to light it up, get the thing going, actually get some momentum and some wind behind its sails, and then you want the technicals to actually carry you through the day in a lot of these trades. But like I said, that's just a few of the tips, to end the year out, going into 2021. These are some of the things that you need to look for. I would go through this slow, write them all down, learn them, and this will definitely make you a better trader. Now, we're going to touch on some stocks that we're looking going into next week and going into 2021 as far as in the OTC market. Looks like TSNP has actually started picking up its strength now. I do anticipate that thing being back into the 30s probably over the next few weeks. This is a long-term hold for me. I love this stock. I think it's got everything going in the right direction for it. It's got a good foundation, good ownership, good management. It has catalysts coming up. It's in the right sectors. I love TSNP. One of the stocks that we missed on this channel was Alpine 4 Technologies, ALPP. One of the stocks I never called out on this channel, and that is a huge, huge check mark for me. I'm really disgusted at the fact that I didn't bring that to you guys. One of my guys, Fahim, actually brought that to me. I did buy some in the high 20s, and I'm still holding a little bit now, almost to around the $3 mark. I mean, absolutely fabulous. And I do have one stock that I think might be the next Alpine. I'm not going to say the next Alpine 4, but I think it could be one that's going to run up, and it's going to be on our next week's OTC Saturday. So I'm holding it till then. I don't see any catalysts this week that are going to move it throughout the holidays. So the first one of the year, we're going to try to bring you probably one of the better OTC stocks going into 2021, and I will have that next week for you. The stocks we're talking about this week is some we've talked about several times, and that's one is ATVK. ATVK is a stock that I think has major, major potential. This is a stock that has traded as high as, I believe, $3 before. This was under a previous administration as far as management-wise. Right now, they're actually, we haven't had our going pink current catalyst hit the market yet, but I think that's kind of baked into the price where it closed just under 5 cents. This is a stock I brought to you guys under a penny about a month and a half ago, right before the court date for the for the custodianship with Sean Pasley. I do believe that once this stock goes pink, they will start dropping press releases, and I do anticipate some very interesting merger news coming. So I could see this thing trading at 10, 15, 20 cents, possibly even a quarter going into the first month of 2021. That is my top stock. I would say tied with the second stock we're going to be talking about going into 2021. Another one is one we've been talking about the past few weeks, and that's NECA, or NECA Holdings, NECA. This is a company that will be, just like ATVK, will be going current very soon, and I do anticipate that, probably 4 or 5 companies right off the bat being put under the umbrella of this holding company. That's going to propel this stock. I think this stock shoots well over a penny, possibly to 2 cents, maybe even better. Who knows? The way some of these stocks have been running. We called that out on this channel at 0.0013. I think that we can have an easy 10-bagger, possibly 20-bagger in this stock. I hope we do, but I do have high conviction for this stock. My top 2 going into the last week of 2020 and the first couple of weeks of 2021 are NECA and ATVK. Now, a stock that we just bought in our challenge on Christmas Eve, and we bought this at 0.0019, and that's MRNJ. I am very, very high on this stock. I think it has a lot going for it, even with the controversies that happened on Christmas Eve with the CEO tweeting that, he's completely, he doesn't want liberals, buying into his stock or this or that. This kind of goes into what I was saying in the beginning of the video. You can't let emotions dictate a thing in this business. If you're going to miss, now say this stock runs up to, 0.0065 or 0.0075 or even a penny, and you missed out because you were mad at these guys and you don't like the CEO, you just did your children an injustice, you did your family an injustice, and you did your account a major injustice. Just on the other token, if this thing crashes and you hang on to make a political statement, man, he's conservative, I'm hanging on, he said the things that I like, and this stock crashes and you hang on, just likewise, you've done your family, you've done your account, and you've done yourself a major injustice right here. This is one that I think does have potential, but I will be playing this based on the price action. I don't care what the CEO says. Yes, I'm a conservative. Most of you, obviously I don't talk politics on this channel, but most of you know I'm a Christian conservative. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I don't like any of these politicians, but I am a conservative. My beliefs are conservatism, and I also am a Christian conservative. So what he said doesn't really offend me too much. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. If you don't like it, sorry. I don't bash either way, but I'm going to tell you just like this. I don't go bashing the other side whatsoever. I don't attack, I don't bash. But believe me, when I've put something simple as a Trump GIF on Twitter, I've been straight up attacked, personally attacked vulgarly, and they've attacked my children, my wife, my family, everything like that, just for certain tweets. Let's call a spade here. And I also believe that if the CEO came out on the other hand and bashed Trump supporters or bashed Trump himself, I don't think the backlash would be this harsh. In fact, I've even seen some people on Twitter saying that this guy was a racist. That's kind of like that's like the cheap, toss out insult for the left over the last couple of years, as if, you need to be tolerant. And I'll be tolerant unless you disagree with me. Then I'm not going to be tolerant of you. And if you disagree with me, you're racist. Now, I've seen that way too much where they're actually taking the word racist and they're diluting it, and it doesn't mean a thing anymore. People used to be, I don't want to be called racist. Now people are like, really? So, look, the guy didn't say anything racist. Did he say something? Did he use tact or class in his tweets? No. Would I have done it? No. Do I agree with it? No. But am I going to let it affect my account? No. No. I'm going to trade on the chart. I'm going to let the chart dictate what happens here. I don't agree or disagree with what the guy did. I wouldn't have done it, but he has his own tact. Now, think about this. This may be a brilliant ploy, okay? If you look at the guy's numbers now on Twitter for this MRNJ or MRNJ, these numbers are astronomically higher right now, right? Now let's say this guy drops some major news. He becomes current, or this company becomes current, and they drop some huge news over the next 2 weeks. Let's just say this happens. All these eyes on it now could cause a huge catalyst. Now, also, mind you, he's going to cause he just caused a lot of people that are going to short this company. They're going to come in and they're going to short the crap out of this company because they, out of pure emotions, out of pure disliking this company. Now, you see he has a lot more eyes on it. He has the backing of some staunch conservatives. He's got the shorts going against him that a lot of them are liberal, on the liberal side of things. And he comes out, gets current, and has some great news. And then you get traders like me who don't care either way, and they're just going to either buy or sell dictated on the chart and the news. What happens? Now we got a short squeeze. This thing goes flying. Look, I don't agree with what happened. I don't whatsoever. I'm a Christian man. My teaching and my beliefs are to love everyone, respect everyone. That's just how I do it. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're brown. I don't care if you're yellow. I respect you as a human being. We are all from the same Father. We all bleed red. We all love our children. We all want, emotionally, we all want our friends and our families to be safe. We are all human beings. Okay. So that's how I look at it. But also on the other token, as far as trading wise, I will never let emotions get in the way of a move. Look, if you feel that convicted about disliking this guy, why wouldn't you make money off of him and then turn around and donate to a cause against him? Donate to a liberal cause or donate to a homeless family. Anything that you may feel strongly about. Why wouldn't you take that money and then just donate it if you don't want tainted or dirty money? Now, you got to think about these things. No one's going to care in the end if you made money off this company or off this trade. No one's going to look at your account and be like, but did you make money off of MRNJ? Because that doesn't count. That's, you have to think about these things. Use logic, use common sense. Look at your children right in the face and say, look, like this. There's no political stance that I'm going to take. If this company trashes and goes down, I'm selling. And I'm going to tell my followers to sell. If this company rises, we're going to hang on and we are going to take profits eventually. There's no political stance that's going to feed my children. My children don't eat political stances. They eat food that costs money. They live in a house with a roof over the head that costs money. And the way we make money as traders is making good, sound trades. We don't make political statements in the stock market. We don't do that. So just had to get that off my chest and had to say that because I see a lot of people just basically taking a hardline stance. And in the trading industry, there's ebbs and flows. There's, everything works in a certain, universe here in the trading world. And you can never let emotions dictate how you make money here. Never. So, again, that's definitely a stock we are looking at going into next week. I feel strongly that I think this stock's gonna go up. I think it was a crass move. I think it was a little ignorant in some of the things he said. But hey, when you look at the other side, they've said a lot worse things about us conservatives, and nothing's ever been said. So, it is what it is. I don't feel any certain way about it. But ATVK. Probably in NECA are my top two stocks going into next week. MRNJ is a stock I definitely like going into next week. I like SEGI going into next week and going into the future. Really like that stock. TSNP I really like. But like I said, my top two are definitely ATVK and NECA going into next week. We've talked about those stocks enough ad nauseum on this channel to know that next week that's definitely what we're looking at. MRNJ, definitely looking at that stock. Had a very strong Wednesday and Thursday. I think the strength continues going into next week. And this stock may run. He may have, like a mad scientist, pulled a little psychological ploy that's going to get this stock popping. That's just my take on it. I could be 100% wrong. And again, I'm not here telling you to buy the stock. I'm not telling you to sell the stock. I'm not telling you to hold the stock. All I'm telling you is that's my thoughts on this stock. Do with what you feels best. But from where I come from, we don't trade on emotions. We don't trade on emotions here in Tactical Trading. We don't trade on emotions anywhere. That's not how to make money in this business. Again, I don't agree with what he said. I don't disagree with what he said. He said what he said. I didn't say it. So that's the way I look at it. That's just the way it is. And I think this could be a start of something big with this company. I hear a lot of people saying, he's a whack job. You don't want him running. I've heard worse coming from liberal politicians too. In fact, weren't us conservatives just threatened by a certain Detroit politician out of Michigan? Haven't we, a certain politician out of New York said we're going to be starting to put conservatives on lists, all these things, and I don't hear anybody batting an eye about that. So, you could take one side with the other side, and as far as I'm concerned, toss them both out. Let's just get money here. So that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully we'll have a great New Year. I'm going to have the watch list tomorrow evening, and as always, please like, please share, please subscribe, and as always, traders, let's get that money.